was playing at the Marquee and Dennis Wilcox was in the audience, and they just virtually sacked most of Iron Maiden. They were left with one or two of them standing around. And he said to me, do you want to give this a go? So I went in and played, and I got the job. You would go out like a football match, you know, pumped up, ready to do the job. And I mean, it was a really good camaraderie, and it kind of worked well.
I got asked to join a band backing a soul singer called Al Matthews in, I think it was early 76. And this was the first time I played in a professional band. I kind of lied about my age a bit, said I was older.
He came down from Bristol as a young lad, and I think he was 18.
I was looking at the Melody Maker, because that was the only way that you could connect with musicians back in the day. And saw this advert. I think the advert I answered said wanted keyboard, synth player and drummer, no idiots.
We did his radio show when Irwin was over. He said, give me an honest answer, and I thought, oh God, what's he going to say?
So we ran through some songs, I played some keyboards, and the band went off. Came back 10 minutes later and they said, job's yours if you want it.
And he said, when I came for the audition, did I get the job because I was good or because I was the only one that came to the audition? I said, well, you was the only one that came to the audition. I said, but we did like you.
Me and Steve, we were like good mates from when we met with Smiler. And then later on, he asked me if I was interested, which I jumped at the chance. I realised that this band was going places and then there was something unique about them. It was right back in the early rehearsal stages. And I remember Dave saying to me, if this band doesn't make it, nothing will.
Steve's vision for the band was always kind of laser-like. You know, it was, we're going to be the cutting edge of new British rock music.
Steve Harris always had a very clear vision and was a hard worker. No one handed it to him on a play. He kind of deserved what he got.
Things that stick out in my mind with playing with Iron Maiden is the Blood Machine. It was like a box with a mask on the front, surrounded by 100-watt light bulbs. During the song Iron Maiden, in the middle of it, the lights would all come on, flashing, and the head would spit out blood, normally all over my head. Night after night, I used to come home soaked in this, which was like basically food dye. I've still got remnants, I've still got skins now, drum skins that's covered in this oil. I've never got rid of them, I've always kept them.
We rehearsed extensively, I think maybe 2, sometimes 3 times a week, and eventually built up to doing one really important gig at the Bridge House in Canning Town. And it didn't really go, I think, as everyone wanted it to go.
I think the period him and I were in it, they were finding where they needed to be. The one guitar wasn't right for them, and the keyboards really wasn't right.
At the end of it, it was a bit of an anticlimax, and I remember calling Steve from the payphone in Terry's hallway in his flat and saying that I'm moving on to different things.
Iron Maiden busted in half at one point. Me and Dennis went one way, but we took a lot of bad advice in what I did. We crashed and burned after about 15 months.
My time with Iron Maiden made me more passionate about drumming.
I was pleased to join them. I mean, it was interesting, you know. I got on with them all right, apart from a bit of arguing, but then I argue with everybody, really. I mean, I have quite strong opinions about things.
I look at that period really fondly, but I think I learnt an enormous amount.
When I came out of Iron Maiden, I had a rest from it for a while, but was quick to get back into it with Air Force. We just really wanted to get a band going and do gigs and just get out on the road again. When I joined Air Force, it was just like the old days. It felt like the excitement was just there, like it was when I was like 14, 15, just joining bands and starting bands. Because I'd had such a break from it, all the old emotions all kicked in, and it was just like stepping back in the past.
After Maiden, I did so many things. I was a Eurovision Song Contest UK finalist 4 times, and I did my final one on, I think it was 2000. And actually, what was really weird was we did the sound check and everything was fine. I could hear the voice, I could hear the backing track, it was great. Then they brought the audience in and they did the show, and they did that Top of the Pops thing where they artificially get the kids to scream and be excited. So there's all these stage managers prodding them and kind of scream around, and I go, yeah! The problem is, now I can't hear the monitors because I got a load of screaming kids. And so, if I remember rightly, my vocal performance was a little pitchy.
Every word you say just fills my waking day. That's the way I stay alive.
I came second in that, and I thought, that's it. I've done my time now.
That's my love.
Terry wanted to restart playing music when we met, and he was looking for people, and then there was a drummer who was kind of technical and busy but not reliable. So I was going on the jams, he seen me playing, and then he asked me like, if this guy don't work out, do you have some time to come around? So there was no Buffalo Fish there, and then I didn't join Buffalo Fish, I joined Terry.
You'll find working with Buffalo Fish very rewarding because we've been in a lot of bands.
Different.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
different
yeah,
bands.
a lot of different
A
sessions.
lot of bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the,
The thing here is you've got four very different individuals come together with different skills, and we've all pulled together. We've all learned something from each other.
I'm ecstatic. I fucking love this band, you know.
No, you can go crazy.
It's the best band I've ever been in. That's it.
I was with my Dutch cousin one time. They're all about 9 foot tall, and he said you should have never left Maiden. I said why? He said we'd be sitting by a swimming pool now.
Leave a comment, click the like button, do all the appropriate things.
All the above.
Press the appropriate buttons.
Fantastic. Okay. It's the Tony Moore Musical Emporium, and we're live on Soho Radio. Soho Radio started about 2 years ago. It was in April 2014. Launched by a really good friend of mine, Adrian Meehan. 45 minutes the show gone already. Unbelievable. He asked me if I'd like to do a show, and I was just really thrilled. If you go on Facebook and you just put the 3 letters CCR in, it will come up with something very interesting. Been here 2 years now, and it's been fantastic. Haven't missed a week.
no, it's not C, same line.
I think what I do here crosses over completely with every aspect of my career, because I enjoy being at the beginning of things. I enjoy the success and being part of bigger projects, but I love being a part of the beginning of things. So here's a chance for me to bring on established artists, but also lots of unknown artists. The last 4 years or so, I've been working with a brand new artist called Ilona. We've spent 4 years starting at the very ground floor, and we've kind of worked really closely together to create a career for her.
It's been great because I feel like we get better all the time. So this is 4.5 years later, and we've written maybe over 50 songs together. The songs keep getting better and better.
Let you throw a dice and pick a place where we can find a little space.
I met Terry at the Origins of Iron release party after a great many years. It's great to see him again after all that time.
The complete lineup that I was in will be here tonight, but Tony Moore will be here later on and a lot of the other guys.
Iron Maiden was just an amazing introduction to beginning my career, really. If I hadn't done that, I think I may well have ended up just staying in Bristol. Music was my first love, and it will be my last. And I can think of nothing more fulfilling to do than to create, make, perform, and share music.
It's 37 years ago that I played with Iron Maiden. I was very glad to be part of it, and to be honest with you, it's kept me working all the years, and people still want to talk to me about it now, you know, which is fantastic. You know. It's a privilege to still be part of it, but from the point of view of our band, it's helped us because it's shone a big light on us.
Would y'all miss it when it's gone? Their bodies filled with black holes as off to oblivion they go.
I see Air Force as being the band I'll be with for the foreseeable future because I think that's really where I belong. I still hope and see myself playing drums for the good foreseeable future. Hopefully I've got a few years left yet. I think we'll still be doing it in a few years' time, hopefully.